What is going on, guys? The final day of Eagles minicamp is here. And that's it. And then we break off for a month. We're back at training camp, and we're going to be ready to go really soon in full pads. So I want to talk about a lot of things today. Necessarily, we'll go over a few things that happened during minicamp, but I want to go over more information on Kellen Moore's offense, some things that we did hear about Jalen Hurts and what's being said about the offense going forward, and a lot more with some of the specific players. So yeah, let's get straight into it.
Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
Kind of a mixed day today for me because I had some technical difficulties with some things, and I have to fix a few more things after today. So just to let you guys know, we're kind of going to be jumping all over the place in this video for the last day of minicamp because things just weren't going my way today, and you just have those bad days. So first I want to go over Quinyon Mitchell. Now, he did sign his rookie deal. It is done. The whole rookie class is finished. Everything is signed, sealed, delivered, done. So happy for him to get that deal done, and he's ready to go. Now, going on to obviously Landon Dickerson, not at practice. Albert O, the tight end, not at practice today. James Bradbury, as we all knew that was going to happen, he was going to sit out. And that's pretty much about it when some of the absentees of what's going on. Now, the good news is Sidney Brown, that has been out with the ACL, unfortunately, he is coming back, very shortly. And there were some clips of him kind of running on the field. He's actually running now, which is great. So it looks like you're going to get Sidney Brown back for training camp. Did he miss some valuable time in OTAs? Yes. Did he miss valuable time in minicamp? Yes. But if he makes it back by training camp, fantastic. And this is a guy that was put in pretty much a useless game last year, tore his ACL, and when you have an injury like that late in the season, you're going to miss some of the offseason program. But it seems like, at a young age, you heal a lot quicker, and it seems like he's coming back a lot quicker. So him coming back at training camp and a month later, I think he'll be set. You're bringing another versatile player to this defense now on top of Chauncey, on top of some other guys that can move around the more positions, Cooper DeJean. So it's going to be really interesting to see where they put Sidney Brown in this defense and how they're going to work him in at the start of everything. So it's really good. Now, Brian Baldy was at practice today, just visiting the Eagles mini camp, and he took some video today and was talking about a few things today. So the first thing that was said today, and I want to kind of get into this because we really haven't gone too much in depth with it, is Mekhi Becton that we signed. This is a first-round pick from the New York Jets that really hasn't panned out, has been injured, hasn't been healthy, and it seems like he's really happy to be here. Now, he had his press conference. There were some clips of him on the field today. He feels like he's more happy in Philadelphia than he was with the New York Jets. Okay, now the Jets are cursed. Okay, I live in New York, all right? I know a lot of Jet fans, and I know a lot about the team and what's been going on. So it looks like Mekhi Becton feels like, Philadelphia, like everybody, it just feels like more like a family atmosphere around here, which is great. A lot of help from Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata, which is fantastic. And he feels even playing guard. He was really coming here to be a swing tackle, but coming here as a guard now, he gets to, he has a little bit more of an advantage playing guard because he has those long arms, a better matchup on DTs. And I don't know, guys, I'm feeling like Mekhi Becton might be the starting right guard at this point. Trevor Keegan's not even practicing right now. Haven't really been hearing much from anything else. Tyler Steen looks better this year, but is he going to play better? I think he's a lot, he's definitely, he's bigger in size this year, athletically, just looks a lot faster. But it looks like Mekhi Becton has pretty much been the backup, literally the backup to every backup guard, tackle. He's playing multiple positions. It's going to make him more valuable. The talent is there. He's got that first-round talent. This could be a major steal for the Philadelphia Eagles. And what Mekhi Becton said regarding why he signed with Philadelphia was really because of the guys on the offensive line that are already here, but all the Jeff Stoutland praise. Apparently, Jeff Stoutland is getting a lot of praise around the league. This is why it's, the Eagles are probably paying him a nice penny right now. And Mekhi Becton was like, I want to work with the best offensive line coach in the league and see what he could do with me. And it seems like it's working out tremendously because Mekhi Becton looks fast. He looks good. Hand placement looks good. Protection looks good. Yes, we're not in full pads right now. Once we get in the full pads, we'll find out more. But man, I never expected, Mekhi Becton was a really sneaky sign by Howie Roseman, and why Mekhi Becton wanted to sign here. So he didn't just sign here just to sign with a team. He signed here because there was a lot of things he was interested in signing with the Philadelphia Eagles. Like I said, the offensive line and the offensive line coach. So I thought that was really good information to kind of hear from Becton regarding that. So that's great. Now, Jalen Hurts had his press conference. He had some good reps today in red zone, a couple throws to Dallas Goedert in the red zone and a few other throws. But I think what's most important to talk about with Jalen Hurts, because this is just minicamp at the end of the day. I don't take it as serious as many other people do, but depending on certain positions, okay? But with the quarterback and with a new coordinator coming in with Kellen Moore. Now, Jalen Hurts says that 95% of this offense is brand new. It's literally being installed brand new. And that's really tough. So all the people that are saying that Jalen Hurts is struggling, sure, like maybe he is struggling, but it's not really struggling. It's just learning a brand new offense. Okay, this is what I don't want to go through every single year, because it's just, who wants to go through this with a new coordinator every single year? And this is this is already showing me that Nick Sirianni has nothing to do with this process. Nothing. Nick Sirianni is here for a dog and pony show. Other than that, to make him look like he's actually doing things. There's nothing wrong with hands-off coaches. There are plenty of hands-off coaches around the league that are successful, okay, that don't get involved when they shouldn't be involved. The ego takes over and he feels like he could do anything. Well, I could do that, sure. Jalen Hurts says that he uses the words of structured and organized to describe what he likes about the offense so far under Kellen Moore. Seems like everybody's happy right now. Seems like Devontae Smith is happy. Seems like A.J. Brown is happy because the wide receivers have more freedom. That Jalen Hurts himself is going to be happy because he's going to have more freedom audibling out, pre-snap motion, and this is going to be one of the most high-explosive offenses this year that is going to be really hard to stop, especially what it looks like on paper, and I'm just saying paper right now. It looks absolutely fantastic. So people that are shitting on Jalen Hurts, struggling, and all this stupid crap going on, you're learning a brand new offense right now from scratch. And Hurts has dealt with multiple different coordinators since college. This isn't new to him. He's done this before, and he will be fine. The Eagles will take off for a month. They'll come back at training camp, and we'll see what we look like. These guys need a ton of reps in this system come preseason. They should be getting at least a whole drive downfield every single game in preseason, at least a couple series, something like that. They need to play this offseason. They can't just play Jalen Hurts for half of a series or just for a few plays, let him sit for a few weeks and just practice, get ready to go to Brazil to play the Green Bay Packers. It's just not going to happen that way, because I thought that was a big problem last year. We didn't gel well enough in the beginning, but we didn't realize how bad the play calling was going to be. We thought that, Brian Johnson so-called was calling the plays, that he needed all this, we needed to give him more time to call the offense and get used to what's going on, but the players just weren't gelled enough either. So Kellen Moore doing a fantastic job, and I know he's going to, and I feel really excited about it and excited for these players. There is an excitement in the air when it comes to this offense, and that's what it matters the most. If they're able to pull it off with what they have personnel-wise on this roster offensively, it's going to be – Kellen Moore is going to be somewhat recognized for a lot of things, changing this offense around. This is going to be the best roster. This is the best offensive roster that Kellen Moore has ever coached. On paper, I think this is the best he's ever been around, personnel-wise. AJ Brown had some really nice things to say about Isaiah Rodgers. A question asked about Isaiah Rodgers, like, how does he look coming off of a year? And, AJ Brown says he looks really good, and he's very consistent. And that's great because, Isaiah Rodgers taking off the whole year. We know the whole story. The Eagles were the only team that were interested in him. So he's got a chip on his shoulder, kind of telling the other teams, you should have picked me up when you had a chance, that you guys wrote me off. Now I'm with the Eagles, and now I'm going to get revenge on the league now. Now, Isaiah Rodgers did post some stuff on Twitter the other day explaining that minicamp is a learning period, okay? Once the pads come on is where things are really going to start to count, okay? Which I 100% agree with, because minicamp is learning opportunities. And I think with certain positions, minicamp is good. In certain positions, it means nothing. Quarterback, it means somewhat nothing to me, because you're just throwing passes and you're forced to throw passes to see what your DBs and your wide receivers can do under pressure with good coverage or separation. So I don't take too much into quarterbacks sometimes, just not too much. Defensive linemen, I don't take too much into it, because unfortunately they don't have pads. They're not rushing. They're not going after the quarterback. You're not tackling Jalen Hurts, so you're not doing all that. I think Isaiah Rodgers is going to do well, and there's so many corners that are playing well right now. And once the pads come on, it's going to get real hectic and really nice. So I can't wait for that. The new wide receiver on the Philadelphia Eagles, Johnny Wilson, beats Isaiah Rodgers downfield on a go route for a 35-yard touchdown today. So Johnny Wilson starting to catch some attention, which is great. Like I said, no pads, but you go on a go route. And I really want to see what Johnny Wilson looks like on an NFL level going downfield, to really see if he has that deep threat speed. Because I'm telling you right now, man, like, Johnny Wilson can be used, and I know Johnny Wilson will get playing time this year. There's no doubt about it. Whether Anaya Smith or someone else is going to have, the wide receiver 3 spot, John Ross, we'll see what happens there. But Johnny Wilson, it could be used for a lot of red zone this year. He's in a learning process right now, and I think, by next season, probably by 25, he'll probably look a lot better. But his rookie year, I feel like he will be with that 6'7", 232, whatever, that size that he has. We've been looking for a guy at that size at tight end with Tyree Jackson, and a guy like Johnny Wilson now at wide receiver is great. I think he'd be used in multiple different ways, has that size advantage, those long arms, and, I think is going to do really well. So I'm excited for him. Cooper DeJean made a couple plays today, punching the ball out a couple times. I think one from, I think it was Shaquan Davis, and I think another player that I think somebody forgot their name, but he had made a couple plays today. Interesting to see DeJean and the future of where he's going to be, because he's only been an outside and an inside corner as of right now. And DeJean is not the rah-rah type player. He's really, when he makes plays, he's always excited, but most of the time he's quiet. He's a quiet player, but he makes big plays and does his thing. So we talked about Quinyon Mitchell the other day, that DeJean even said that Quinyon is even quieter than him, which is kind of nuts, you know what I mean? Until the trash talking begins, and then things get spiced up a little bit. So I thought that was really good. And Kenny Pickett looks like he's becoming more comfortable with this offense, okay? I think he was 11 for 11 or 11 for 10. I forgot what it was, but he had a really good day. He had a fantastic day today. A lot of great back shoulder throws today. He had one for Nagata on the sideline. He had a couple more today, a few more. There was a lot of passes from Pickett today, but it looks like he's looking more comfortable, because he should be looking a lot better. Now, the Kenny Pickett thing is interesting to me, because you trade for Kenny Pickett, for the third, you swap third, fourth, you swap the third for a 4th round pick. Okay, we didn't know what was going to happen, but the main thing we need right now is for Kenny Pickett to look as great as possible. Okay, I'm not saying he's going to be traded anytime soon, but this could be a guy that they could make, build his value up, make him look really good during these joint practices, make him look really good during preseason. And then, God knows there's a quarterback that goes down around the league that I think Kenny Pickett is big trade bait for the Eagles within the next couple of years. Okay, I think Pickett has 2 more years left on his contract. I'm not really sure. I have to look at it again. But to have him for short term, is not too bad, or over a year would be great for us, and to build him a little bit and just see what he could do. And plus, we need a good backup quarterback anyway, because Marcus Mariota was horrible. The offense was horrible. The coaching was horrible. We all know the story. But you have a guy that might have an arm in Philadelphia. So we'll see what the coaches with Newsome and Kellen Moore really help him in the passing game. Should be a fantastic thing. So feel really, really good about him. As a backup for now, and until we'll see what he does in camp when the pads come on. Anaya Smith comes in. He missed a lot of practices, he missed all of OTAs, and missed somewhat a little bit of mini camp for the first 2 days, and then he started to really ramp himself up. So Anaya Smith, a deep catch downfield in coverage. So I thought he did a good job. So getting Anaya Smith back is nice. At least we got him the last day fully for the last day, which is good. Going forward. So wide receiver 3, the wide receiver position in general, I think a multitude of guys are going to be used in game this season for certain situations. But I want to see who is the rising star. What's going to happen? Is it John Ross? Is it Anaya Smith? Is Johnny Wilson going to start to really separate himself a little tiny bit from this group come training camp? So I think this is one of the most exciting offseason programs yet for the Philadelphia Eagles. I think we're not missing out on a lot of things. I think there's a lot of things, a lot of questions still need to be answered. It's an early process right now, but we have training camp soon, and we're pretty pumped up. But other than that, that is the third day. So I was kind of at a mix and match all day today. It was just a really bad day because I had some issues computer wise and some other stuff going on today. So this way I have a month to get things straightened out, and we'll be ready to go. But if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We'll be covering all of training camp every single day. We'll be covering every single game this year. We stream games, do weekly streams, everyday videos. We're going to have everyday videos even after minicamp, so don't worry about it. Haven't subscribed, subscribe, like the video if you guys haven't. Just help the channel out tremendously. If you guys haven't checked out the Philly Shakedown podcast merch, we have 6XL shirts now. We have youth t-shirts. We have ladies t-shirts. We're going to have sleeveless t-shirts really soon. And we have some surprises coming on the way for you guys in the near future before the season starts. Big release, and few things are cooking right now that we're really excited for. So definitely check out some of the merch. Link is in the description below. And I will be on vacation. I think by the 16th, I'll be on vacation for a week, and there will be content scheduled. So don't worry about it. But that is the day 3 of Eagles training, Eagles mini camp, and that's it. We have a month left till training camp, a little bit of a break, and there'll be a lot more to talk about in the coming days. So I'll keep you definitely busy going forward. You guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys on the next one. Shakes, what up? File side. Peace out, guys. Chaw.